Hello everybody, and welcome to this little episode thingy. I'm Rendora here again, and we're back to whatever this is to try to build up the Pelagius Wing. In the meantime, I've installed an oven. It's still, I just kind of sunk it in there. I mean, it still kind of works. It still looks kind of okay. But there's also a lot of cobwebs, so I don't recommend making too many crostadas or whatever you make in there. There's some interesting texture things going on in here, and I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, why is there a hole there? Anyway, now I'm going to delete these wooden sections. You might not have seen this in the previous video because I kind of cut that section out. But I'm just selecting these wooden boards in the command console, which you bring up on PC at least by pressing the little tilde button. And yeah. You can I've also typed in TCL, which stands for toggle clipping. So I can kind of go through these walls and move about more freely and all of that junk. So in about a moment, we will be looking at some of the designs that I have, some of the plans for each of these little areas in this wing. So we should get on that pretty soon. And also I'll kind of get rid of some of these cobwebs. Anyway, here we have the welcoming area. I've had to brighten this up a little bit, the picture a little bit in a photo editing thing, so I can get kind of good at well, so you can see what's going on. So here there's a functioning oven in this little welcoming area, and what it's going to be for, it's going to welcome people that are guests. It's going to be like a place for guests to stay and have some fun. It's going to be an entertaining complex. So, as you've seen, I wrote the chair doesn't work because these chairs in here are decoration only. They don't have this little nodule on them that allows you to sit on them. Of course, I've also added a little bench made out of different crates, and I don't really know how that's gonna look when I get done, but it's there. I'm also gonna move a bunch of this stuff to the kitchen, a bunch of the barrels and things, or to other storage areas, and add some better rugs. Because the rugs in here are kind of terrible. This place needs to look warmer too. So this next place is just to the left of the welcoming area, and this will make up the guest bedroom. And another thing that I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to add a lot more lights to all of these places, all of these little areas, as well as add some doors. Of course, you need a nice bed in your guest bedroom, as well as a pretty painting. You see, it's not the little painting I'm making right here. Hopefully, you'll have a better painting than that. And I'm drawing like a little night table, another picture. Hopefully, I'm gonna use the plant pot to maybe have some plants. I have a special mod that allows you to put soil down, like active soil, so you can actually grow things. And I think that might not be such a bad idea. So these plans are obviously more like sketches. They're very loose ideas. Me just brainstorming what I wanted to do with everything here. These all need more light. More lights! And I think I did 4 of these little drawings. Because I took 7. Well, I took more than 7. But I, did this lighting up the background thing for about 7 pictures. So, yeah, but I only drew on 4 of them. Anyway, as you can see, this is going to be a queue area, and of course, this is to the right of the welcoming area. No, it's to the left. Why do I always get my left and right confused? So, if you do the Mind of Madness quest, you go through that door, then up the stairs, then down the hallway, and then you meet with, the crazy guy, and you do the Wabbajack things, and everybody has a good time. So, there's also a little bar area just up the stairs here, so I thought it would be a pretty good idea to be able to just have a place to kind of chill, but also to store stuff right there. And I'm not really sure what I'm really gonna do, but I hope that I'll be able to create a nice ambiance here. I kind of got carried away here. I was thinking about something to draw, so I just drew a picture of the Blue Palace on the wall. I want this area to be very, very solitude themed. I want it to be, I just want it to reflect not the bad stuff that happened here. I want to kind of erase Pelagius from the picture, because I think Queen Elisif would really appreciate that. But I also really would like to have a space that's really imbued with the character of the city. Finally, here's the tavern area that I was drawing all over. Again, the stools aren't functional. Neither are the chairs. Basically, none of the chairs are functional in this area. Except there's like one bench that works. So I want lots of seats, lots of places to sit down, maybe a place for a bartender to stand, and yeah, that sort of thing. So I also saw a mug that I had missed when I was trying to pick up all the detritus and little bits and bobs that were all around the place. I also hope to put the silverware back where it belongs so people can sit down. Of course, most of these places need much more light, and I wanted to get rid of these heads back here just because, yeah, it's kind of a tavern, but I don't know. Maybe we should consider these guys are friends, and like the goat and stuff are friends and possible food and not just decorations. I mean, I'm sure they ate all the meat, but it seems kind of barbaric, Maybe Queen Elisif wouldn't like having these animal heads on her walls. She wants a more refined place. Let's have a more refined place. And still, I need better rugs. This is the hallway. I plan on putting books and things down here. This is what I hope to be a ballroom. And finally, I want to make this area a functioning kitchen. And this is the latter part of this episode. And here I'm just gonna try to pretty stuff up. I thought about ending this video with the plans, because that was already 9 minutes. But I decided against it because, I don't know. I wanted to include more stuff, basically. I don't really feel good about having a video that's under 10 minutes unless it's a super duper effortful 10 minutes. I mean, not saying that I slacked off on this necessarily. Okay, I did. I know, there's been a week. It's been a week. More than a week since I uploaded the last one, so I get it. But yeah, it's a little bit easier to do building videos than it is to do story-driven videos, because then you actually have to write something. It's not that I don't like writing those things. I think they're really fun. They're also a lot of effort. And I'm not really sure if I'll ever get back to some of the other ones. And this door isn't opening because I have the clipping on, or one of those reasons. Usually when you turn clipping off again, things go back to normal. I was trying to think, or trying to see if I could find some specific barrels, maybe ones with names on them. I don't know, but I didn't. So I just chose this barrel. And it's one of these mods, allows you to brew different recipes. I've got so many, sometimes I don't know which one's which. And you may have noticed these decoration scrolls, and they come from another one of those decoration mods, so I don't remember what it's called. But unfortunately, it's not being updated anymore. It wasn't when I first started. It hasn't been updated for a very long time. And I'm just getting rid of some of these heads. They're kind of scary looking, don't you think? I mean, I don't know if that would really make me hungrier, just seeing a bunch of dead animals on the wall. Make me think that I was a murderer or something. But that's not what you want to think about when you're having a sandwich. You know. Oh my gosh. I'm a murderer! No. Let me be blissfully... Okay. Stop. Stop! That path, it only leads to controversy. One of those words that I shouldn't try pronouncing if I can't pronounce it. Another thing about these lights is that even though they're animated, they don't really give off light. So, yeah, this kind of creates a little bit of a problem, and I don't know if I mentioned it last time, but I've done this project before. I didn't complete it, but I started on it. It wasn't exactly the same as this, but I started on it before. I think that was right about when I was first making videos. But don't look for a video on it. I didn't upload any videos because it was just me goofing around. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, one of the biggest problems that I had was these lights. I wanted this place to look bright and inviting, but I didn't know how. Now, with a little bit of searching, I've kind of figured it out. I figured out a way around it. But it'll take me a while. I mean, it's not this time. Not this time. Next time, I'll show you guys, because it's really cool. It's really cool. And it basically involves adding well, this is actually the whole thing, is adding a light object with the console. You can add just about everything with the console. So I spend a lot of time going through the little all the candles that I had, all the light options. So I was like, is this it? This can't be it. This is it? Just, there were so many ones that didn't have any candles in them. There's candle holders without candles. How am I supposed to work with that? Again, like I've said before, there's one more way to add things, and that is through the command console by placing things at your feet. So here I am trying to copy and move things. Now you can copy things with the Jackson's Positioner mod by pressing the star key on your numpad. So if you don't have a numpad, I don't know what to tell you. You'll have to try to rebind all the keys. I'm not quite sure if that's possible with this mod. It does have SkyUI. That's how it functions. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can remap things. Anyway, if you don't get any other building mods, get the Jackson's Positioner. Get that. It's just necessary. Totally necessary. Why is it totally necessary? You can pick things up, you can move things, you can grab just about anything. And it's really cool. Again, as you can see, there's not really any glow. I mean, there's like a little bit of glow around the candle, but it's not lighting up anything. It's just a little... It's only lighting itself. It's not lighting the area, so I'll have to add a bunch more. So I thought, what if I add torch holders? Would that do it? Sure can. The only problem is, and I'll find this out in a moment, is that, you know, when I actually find the torches. When you try to place the torch, you can't do that when you have clipping on. You've got to turn clipping off before you can put a torch in a torch holder. I don't know why it's like that. It's just like how you can't open the door, and how a lot of the enemies will still be standing up when you kill them. So so you need to turn clipping back on. And sometimes something won't let me, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is that won't let me put the torch in, or turn the clipping off. Trying to figure out what to do. There's this episode, I'm sorry, it's mostly looking through inventory, and think about here, I get the idea to finally put the torch, put a torch in it, put a torch there. I also put down rugs. Did we already cover rugs? I mean, I talked about how the rugs here are kind of shabby. I mean, they would function. They'd be functional, but they got... They're just very good looking. Oh yeah, I did put down a rug. That might have been last night. Last night I tried to record here, and I know I'm full of excuses, but I forgot to turn the record button on. I felt like a dummy. I felt so dumb. So dumb. Getting the torch into a position right here. Like, oh, I've got torches. Here, activate. Trying to get it to activate. Come on, activate. Won't activate. Anyway, that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and for tuning in. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye!